ॐ चैतन्यं सर्वगं सर्वं सर्वभूतगुहाशयं यत्सर्वविषयातीतं तस्मै सर्वविदे नमः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। उपदेशसाहस्री 17th chapter सम्यक् प्रकरणम् up to 24th shloka. It was said chitta shuddhi is required in order to gain the knowledge or even to come across Vedanta Shravanadi. And chitta shuddhi is attained through various means, yajna, dana, tapa, swadhyaya, ityadi. And kayika tapa, vachika tapa, manasa tapa, all different we saw from Bhagavad Gita. Further now, page number 223. एवं उक्तैः साधनैः संशुद्ध चित्तः श्रवणादिपरः सन् अवस्थात्रयात् तत्साक्षिणं विविच्य वाक्यात् ब्रह्मात्मत्वेन जानीयात् इत्याह। एवं उक्तैः साधनैः, एवं in this way, uktaihi sadhanaihi, ukta sadhana, all these what we saw, yajna, dana, tapa, vedanuvachanam, yama, niyama, and kaika, vachika, manas, tapa, etc. By all these, samshuddha chittaha, samshuddham chittam yasya, saha samshuddha chittaha. The one whose antakarana has become pure. Antakarana purity means vairagya. Vairagya means I am available to do only Shravanam. All other things are not there in my life. Bahiranga sadhana. And karma, etc., to all the way out. Laukika karma to not at all considered. If such a person is there, samshuddha chittaha. Now he is Shravanadi paraha. So the one for whom Shravana alone is paraha. Shravanadin paraha yasya saha Shravanadi paraha. The one for whom Shravanadi is the highest. San avastha trayat tat sakshinam vivijya. Now avastha traya viveka is given. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti Awastha. From these three avastha, he separates the Sakshi or Chaitanya. Vivijya. Vichir pruthak karane is the dhatu. So, having separated Vakyad Brahma Atmatvena Janiyat. In this way you have to read. Vakyad Brahma Atmatvena Janiyat. Through Maha Vakya, he should know that Brahma as one's own self. So for that, all sadhana is that I have to know finally, aham brahma asmi. Atmanam eva avet. You should know Brahma means Brahma should know itself. I am Brahma in this way. Ityaha. Now, Avastha Traya Viveka in general is elaborated in Mandukya Upanishad. Many of you are at least familiar with the Upanishad, if not the contents. Prashnopanishad also discusses Avasthatraya Viveka in the later part. Later part means the fifth question and sixth question in that this discussion, or fourth, fifth, sixth in these three. Fifth question is primarily Omkara, but lot of other discussion is there about this. And there is another text of Bhagavan Bhashyakara called Panchikaranam. Panchikaranam deals with Avasthatraya Viveka. What is Jagaritam, what is Swapna, what is Sushupti, that he has elaborated. So here, in brief, the Avasthatraya, they are given, but elaboration can be seen in Mandukya and in Panchikaranam, etc. Drishtam jagaritam vidyat smritam swapnam tadevatu sushuptam tadabhavancha swamatmanam param padam. Drishtam jagaritam vidyat smritam swapnam tadevatu sushuptam tadabhavam cha swamatmanam param padam. Drishtam jagaritam vidyat. What is waking, he says. What is drishtam? What is experienced, etc. is jagaritam. Drishtam jagaritam vidyat. Smritam swapnam tadevatu. Tadeva smritam tu swapnam. Yad jagaritam tad eva yada smritam tada swapnam. That Jagrat, when it is remembered, recollected, it is called Swapna. With eyes open or with eyes closed, either way. It is recollected waking. But because it is done differently, so it is different. Swapnam is not exact copy of what happens in Jagrat. We see variety. And Sushuptam is tad abhavam cha. That means tayoho abhavam. Tayoho drishta smrityoho. Smritayoho in Tika is given drishta smritayoho. Smriti if you say, then drishta smrityoho. Smrita if you say, drishta smritayoho. Abhavam is Sushupti. This I should know. Vidyat will go with everything. Drishtam jagaritam vidyat tadevatu smritam swapnam vidyat तदभावं च सुषुप्तं विद्यात् स्वम आत्मानं परम पदम विद्यात्. And I should know myself as param padam. Param padam means Brahma. This janiyat, vakyad brahma atmattvena janiyat. Atmattvena janiyat, janiyat is vidhiling. Means I must know myself. Vidhiling, pratham purusha, ekvachana. In Panchikaranam and in Prashnopanishad Bhashya Tika, how it is given, and in Mandukya also, Jagrat is indriyaihi vishayopalabdhihi jagaritam. This is how it is defined. Jagaritam dhatu is jagri. Jagri dhatu, and in bhava nishtha pratyaya when it is done, you will get jagaritam. So indriyaihi vishayopalabdhi. When indriyas are active and vishaya jnanam takes place, it is called jagrat. When mind alone is active, indriyas are not, and some jnanam takes place based on vasanas, impressions, that is called swapna. And the abhava of two is sushuptam. Yatra na kanchana kamam kamayate na swapnam pashyati tat sushuptam. So the mukhya emphasis here is I have to separate myself from Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Avastha. Avastha trayat sakshinam vivijya. Sakshinam means Atmanam. And then I should know that Atma is Brahma. You see, if you read that introduction, the Sambandhokti properly, Avastha trayat tat sakshinam vivijya. Means for Tvam padartha viveka or Tvam padartha shodhanam, I have to do this avasthatraya viveka and separate Tvam-pada lakshartha from avasthatraya. Then Maha Vakya will tell me Tvam-pada lakshartha is Tat-pada lakshartha. So for Tvam-padartha shodhanam viveka. Viveka here means you can say Anvaya Vyatireka. Either avasthatraya, shareera-traya, panchakosha, whatever, that is the viveka, Anvaya Vyatireka. And Maha Vakya will tell that Sakshi is Brahma. That Drashta is Brahma. In Brahadaranyaka, currently this topic is going on, or it is just getting over. Pramata, Vishaya, Bahya Vishaya, Pramata, and Sakshi. Sakshi knows Pramata. Pramatas are many. Sakshi knows only one Pramata. Each, I will say, I am Sakshi, but I know only my Antakarana. I cannot say I know what is happening in somebody else's Antakarana. But this Sakshi is really Brahma, illuminator of not one Antakarana, of all Antakarana. Aham Atma Gudakesha
सर्वभूताशय स्थितः.
सर्वभूताश्रय स्थित. I am in all bhuta, sarvabhutashraya sthita. So it is not one. I mean, it is one, but in all, it is not many. So this is the emphasis. This is the mukhya sadhana. Tika. Drishtam darshanam bahyendriyaihi bahyartha upalambanam jagaritam vidya. He defines in this way only. Drishtam means darshanam. Bahyendriyaihi bahyartha upalambanam. With the help of bahya indriya, bahya artha means bahya vishaya. Upalambanam means upalabdhi. Upalabdhi means jnanam. Jnanam of bahya vishaya with the help of bahya indriya. Bahya indriya means not indriyas which are projected by mind. This is jagaritam. Tadeva tu drishta shabda vachyam eva smrutam. Tadeva smrutam. That alone is smrutam. Smrutam when samskaravashat nidra dashayam bhatam swapnam vidya. That which is remembered out of samskara or because of samskara. Samskaravashat. संस्कारवशात means संस्कार के वश में होने से, because I am under the grip of my samskaras, तीव्र samskaras will become udbhuta. I will have no idea why, but that is happening. Nidra dashayam. So when nidra samaye ya prapancha pratiyate, whatever prapancha appears, that is swapna avastha. Bhatam vibhatam swapnam vidya. That is swapna. तदभावम तयोर दृष्ट स्मृतयोः अभावो यस्मिन् तत् सुषुप्तम विद्या. तयोः अभावः, देयर वेयर देयर इज अभाव ऑफ बोथ. दृष्ट स्मृतयोः मीन्स जागृत स्वप्नयोः. This is Sushupti. So in this, really there is no sadhana that there are three avasthas. To become alert that one avastha is there, it will go, another avastha comes, it goes, third comes, and they just keep happening. And like a Mahamatsya, a big whale, big fish, so big that it can cover the Ganga Pata, in particular in Rishikesh near Janaki Jula, that almost 75 to 80% it can block. That huge fish. Timingala, I think that is what the name they use. Timingala. This Mahamatsya is not affected by the force of Ganga. And it also doesn't identify with one of the shore. So sometimes it is on one side, sometimes it is on the other bank of the river, sometimes it is in the middle. So the two banks are Jagrat Swapna. Sometimes it is in the middle, Sushupti. But it doesn't say I am only in one place or I belong to only one. It belongs to all, but actually it belongs to none. So this is the nature of Chaitanya. Chaitanya Shabda means Jnanam. I am Jnanam. I am not Jnata. And I am not Vritti Jnanam. I am Kutastha Nitya Jnanam. Satyam Jnanam, not Mithya Jnanam. So, this is what we have to practice actually, even though it is a bad word to say practice. But what happens is, after studying Vedanta for also 10, 12, 15 years, I am Jnana Swarupa and not the knower of something. This buddhi doesn't arise. This thinking doesn't take place. I am Jnana Matra. So immediately with some upadhi we identify and we forget. So this is where chintanam is needed. And without this chaitanya, avastha traya are not there. Now, in Jagrat Awastha, this Chaitanya is called Vishwa at Vyashti level and Vaishwanara at Samashti level. In Swapna Awastha, it is called Taijasa and Hiranyagarbha at Vyashti Samashti level. And at Sushupti Awastha, Prajna and Ishvara. This is Pramata. These are the names for Pramata. Jagrat Pramata, Swapna Pramata, Sushupti Pramata. In the beginning, I understand myself only as individual Pramata. But as my mind expands through Upasana, I understand I am not Vyashti, but I am Samashti. In other words, in simple words, my raga dveshas go away. The result of Upasana is elimination of raga dvesha. Elimination of raga dvesha is called identifying with Samashti. Identifying with Samashti doesn't mean that somebody is in far remote corner or some devata or somebody in another loka and I know I am one with all of them. That is not going to happen. That doesn't happen. Identification with Samashti means this, that I will not have raga dvesha for anybody. Further, एवं दृश्यत्रयम पृथक कृत्य. So bahya vishaya or sthula prapancha, सूक्ष्म प्रपंच एंड कारण प्रपंच पृथक कृत्य तत्साक्षिणं स्वं स्वरूप भूतम आत्मानं परम पदम सत्य ज्ञानादि लक्षणं ब्रह्माहमस्मि इति विद्याद् इत्यर्थः. एवं दृश्यत्रयं पृथक कृत्य. दृश्यत्रयं मीन्स स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारण प्रपंच. That I am not this. So generally we don't identify with external prapancha, but where identification is, that this is who I am. When I am in Vyashti Bhava, it is Sthula Shareera, Sukshma Shareera and Karana Shareera. But in Samashti, Sthula Prapancha has to be separated. So Drishyatrayam Prathakritya Tat Sakshinam Swam, I am Sakshi. Swarupa Bhutam Atmanam, the essential nature of I, Aham, Atmanam, which is Param Padam, Satya Jnanadi Lakshanam. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Brahmasmi. Brahma Aham Asmi iti Vidya. In this way, I should know. So the journey is pointed out. Now, further, Avasthatraya Viveka is elaborated. Nanu, Avasthatraya hetau ajnane sati. Katham tad viviktaya pratyagatmano brahmatvam upapadyata iti tatra aha. Some sadhaka is asking a question. Avasthatraya hetau ajnane sati. The avasthatraya hetu is ajnanam. When that ajnanam is existing, ajnane sati, katham tad viviktataya pratyagatmano brahmatvam upapadyate. How separate from this avasthatraya is pratyagatma, which is Brahma. How this jnanam can take place when ajnanam is there? Ajnanam is the hetu for avasthatraya. So what he is asking is, when avasthatraya go away, then I will know I am Atma, which is Brahma. But avasthatraya are not going. So he is asking this. Remember what he is saying? When Sarpa goes away, then I will know there is Rajju. Vikalpo vinivarteta.
निवर्तेतन संशयः उपदेशादयं बाधः ज्ञाते द्वैतम्
Advaitam na vidyate. This Vikalpa will go away if it was there. But it is not there. It is only superimposed. So if somebody says avasthatraya will go away, then I can separate. Ajnanam is there, avasthatraya is there. Avasthatraya is there, jnanam is not happening. Iti tatra aha. Sushuptakhyam tamo jnanam beejam swapna prabodhayoho swatma bodha pradagdhan syad beejam dagdham yatha bhavam. Sushuptakhyam tamo jnanam beejam swapna prabodhayoho swatma bodha pradagdham syad beejam dagdham yatha bhavam. You have to put two avagrahas. Sushuptakhyam tamo ajnanam. Between tamo and jnanam, avagraha, khandakar you have to put. Then in the uttarardha, antim shabda, yatha bhavam means yatha abhavam. Sushuptakhyam tamo ajnanam swapna prabodhayoho bijam. Sushupti, in Sushupti or Sushupti, which is otherwise known as Tamaha or Ajnanam, is the beejam for Jagrat and Swapna. Swapna Prabodhayoho beejam. So that is called karana avastha. And Jagrat and Swapna are karya avastha. कार्य कारण बद्धौ तौ इष्येते विश्वतैजसौ प्राज्ञः कारण बद्धस्तु द्वौ तौ तुर्ये न सिद्ध्यतः. Mandukya Karika. And you will see, if you have done good study of Mandukya, then this avasthatraya viveka will be clear. Majority of the portion here discussed is from first chapter of Mandukya. Second line says, Swatma bodha pradagdham syat yatha abhavam dagdham beejam. Swatma bodha pradagdham beejam syat. Beejam anvaya, you can do both sides. Swatma bodha means Atma Jnanam, Brahmakar Vritti. Through Brahmakar Vritti, beejam pradagdham syat. The bija here means Ajnanam, tamaha. Karana Avastha gets roasted, means burnt. Pradagdham syat. How? So Drishtanta is given, yatha dagdham beejam abhavam. Abhavam means bhavashunyam. Just like a roasted seed is incapable of producing anything, a sprout, etc. So abhavam, karya utpadana asamartham is called abhavam. Like that, karana avastha now will not produce any new karya. And whatever karya is there is all badita. So Purva Pakshi's question was, if Ajnanam is there, then how will I do Atma Anatma Viveka? And then know that Atma is Brahma. So Siddhanti is saying, Ajnanam is the karanam of Jagrat Swapna. When Ajnanam goes through Jnanam, Jagrat Swapna will become roasted. Means they will not be able to bind you again. Bandhana will not be there. And in that, some example is given here in UpadeshaSahasri. In Mandukya, the example is the rope trick, Indian rope trick, that this magician is there. He throws the rope up in the sky. And then the magician is actually standing on the stage. But you think he has climbed up. So you see that. Climbing up on the rope means rope is Maya, avidya. Climbing up on that avidya comes Jagrat Swapna Sushupti. Means I get the identity, I am Vishwa Tejas Prajna. In reality, I am none. I am none of those. Vishwa Tejas Prajna, I am also not Vaishwanara Hiranyagarbha Ishvara. But I get that identity because of Maya or Avidya Upadhi. Then with that Upadhi, I start doing all Vyavahara. That is, in the Drishtanta it is said, this magician starts fighting with the sword, with all the enemies. Somebody's leg cuts down, somebody's head, this, that. This is what happens every day. You do some Vyavahara, that person does Vyavahara, so many things happen. And you also get cut. When the magic is removed, Magician is standing on the ground. Nobody else is there. Advaitam. So the whole thing is a projection. And how, when Ajnanam goes, all this will go away? All this will go away because I will understand all of them. None of this has satta. None of this is independently existing. They come for some nimitta to give some joy and sorrow as part of prarabdha. That is their role. Apart from that, nothing happens. Tika. Tama iti visheshanena अज्ञानस्य भावरूपत्वम् उच्यते ततो बीजत्वम् उपादानत्वम् उपपद्यते तदज्ञानं स्वात्मनः सम्यक् बोधाग्निना प्रकर्षेण निर्लेपं दग्धं स्यात् तमः इति विशेषणेन अज्ञानम तमो अज्ञानम. So tama is the visheshana for ajnanam. Iti visheshanena ajnanasya bhavarupatvam uchyate. Ajnanam is bhavarupa. So this is a debate because Nayayika and all, they say ajnanam is abhavarupa and Vedanti will say ajnanam is bhavarupa. Ajnanam is sadi or anadi?
Anadi.
Anadi. Anadi ajnanam bhavarupa. Anadi bhavarupa vastu, can it be destroyed? This is the question Nayayik will ask. Anadi abhavarupa vastu can be destroyed?
No, sir.
It is abhava, then it is not anadi.
Anadi abhava, pragabhav is anadi or not?
Yes, Swamiji. That is right.
And anadi abhavarupa, but it gets destroyed when you create something. So anadi abhavarupa vastu will end according to Nyaya. And bhavarupa, abhavarupa sadi, but ananta can also be there according to them. Dvansa, Padvansa bhava is sadi but ananta. But bhavarupa and anadi. So they say how bhavarupa anadi vastu can be destroyed. So Vedanti will say bhavarupa, when we say, we actually don't mean bhavarupa as in sat. We say bhavarupa means not abhavarupa. It is not abhavarupa. But it is not bhavarupa as in it is not sat. Then what is it? What will be our answer?
Mithya.
Anirvachaniya. We have very good answer for all these things. We say it is anirvachaniya. It is not sat, it is not asat. It is not sadasat. So that they will have to accept. This is our darshan. So bhavarupa. Ajnanasya bhavarupatvam uchyate. Tato bijatvam upadanatvam upapadyate. Tatah bijatvam. Bijatvam means upadana karanatvam. Bija means upadanatvam. So karana avastha becomes beejam, which is the upadana karanam for karya. Jagrat and Swapna. So Ajnanam is the upadanam. Tad Ajnanam swatmanah samyak bodhagnina prakarshena nirlepam dagdham syat. Tad Ajnanam, that Ajnanam swatmanah samyak bodhagnina. When I get samyak jnanam of myself, samyak bodhagnina, samyak jnanam means dridha jnanam. Dridha jnanam means
Nischaya jnana.
संशय विपर्यय रहित
Nishchaya jnanam is another word. Samshaya viparya rahita jnanam. That is samyak jnanam. Samyak bodhagnina prakarshena nirlepam dagdham syat. So then that becomes dagdham. What becomes dagdham?
अज्ञान बीजम
Ajnanam. Ajnanam is alone beejam. So ajnanam dagdham syat. Dagdham, dah dhatu nishtha pratyaya will form dagdham. यथा दग्धम बीजम अभवम अभवम भवशून्यम कार्योत्पादकम न भवति तथा तत्वज्ञानाग्निदग्धम अज्ञानम पुनः अवस्था प्ररोहकरम न भवति इति युज्यते एवं प्रतीचो ब्रह्मत्वम इत्यर्थः यथा दग्धम बीजम द रोस्टेड सीड अभवम भवशून्यम कार्योत्पादकम न भवति इट डज नॉट बिकम कार्य उत्पादकम तथा तत्वज्ञानाग्निदग्धम अज्ञानम तत्वज्ञानाग्निना दग्धम अज्ञानम पुनः अवस्था प्ररोहकरम न भवति once again it does not create the three avastha. Does not create three avastha means thereafter I will never have the thought I am in these avasthas, I am avasthavan. This bhranti will never come. It's a very, this is called Jnana-nishtha or Brahma-nishtha. That I never take it in this way that I am going through avasthas. This going through avastha is absolutely mithya. Not yada, absolutely means not yada kadachit. Sometimes I feel, sometimes I forget. Not that way. So if I have done lot of abhyasa of this, then it will happen. Really speaking, for a good sadhaka, I don't have to worry what will happen after jnanam or how jnanam will destroy ajnanam if these things are there, etc., etc. You gain jnanam and you see what happens. But to satisfy intellect, if some such jignasa comes, what about this, what about that, then they have to be quieted. But really speaking, you just get knowledge. Like if you ask someone, what will happen if I eat? Will my hunger go? Will I enjoy the taste? You start eating. You yourself will know, then you will become quiet. When I am not at that level, then all These, that, so many questions. You will only go on asking questions, you will never eat. So like that, sometimes somebody has to force me. First you start eating. Like that, I have to get this jnanam. Then it's karyam. Jnanam by itself is there to remove ajnanam. It will happen. Then when karana is gone, karya will go. It will happen. And if prarabdha is remaining, I will never think this is my prarabdha. This is the strength of knowledge. अज्ञानस्य अवस्था बीजत्वम उक्तम उपपादयन् अज्ञान निवृत्त्यैव सर्व संसारोपाधि निवृत्तिर न यत्नांतर साध्या इति दर्शयति. अज्ञानस्य अवस्था बीजत्वम उक्तम. अज्ञानम is अवस्था बीज. अवस्था means अन्य अवस्था द्वय बीज. जाग्रत स्वप्न अवस्था बीजत्वम अज्ञानस्य उक्तम. Upapadayam, and its upapatti means it is shown how it is. Ajnana nivrityeva sarva samsara upadi nivritti. So if you just remove ajnanam, samsara is gone. Samsara is gone means in sthula shareera and sukshma shareera, atmatva buddhi will go away. Neither this body is mine, nor this antakarana is mine. This is called sarva samsara upadi nivritti. And that is not yatnantar sadhya iti darshayati. This is not attained through any other prayatna. Then how it is attained? Through jnanam. Jnanam gives you a correct understanding. That correct understanding will not allow incorrect understanding to pop up. It should be that strong. It is as clear as if, let's say, I have ghata in front of me. If my jnanam is clear, as long as that ghata is there, I will never be able to think this same object is pataha. That bhranti jnanam will never arise because the prama is so accurate. It will not let any other error to arise. Like that, Brahmajnanam, if it is firm, if it is clear, it will not let anything else arise. So, tatha tattva jnanagni dagdham ajnanam punaha avastha prarohakaram na bhavati. That ajnanam will not be able to bring the avasthas again. Iti yujyate. This is then appropriate. Mean this is correct then. Evam, in this way, praticho brahmatvam ityartha. Pratichaha atmanaha. Pratyagatma is Brahma. So the question was, if jnanam is there, how pratyagatma is Brahma? If ajnanam is there, how pratyagatma is Brahma? And ajnanam is karanam for avastha traya. So when ajnanam is gone, avastha dvaya, other two avasthas. So when ajnanam is gone, avastha dvaya is gone. Avastha dvaya is gone means avastha dvaya beejam is not there. Therefore, satyatva buddhi in them is not there. And I have understood I am Atma, so I am not in avastha traya. Avastha traya are appearing in me. I am the adhishthanam of avastha traya. I am not victim of avastha traya. I am not ayaram gayaram. This is the shabda sometimes they use. This is not who I am. I am Adhisthana Buddha. I am Atma Rama, not ayaram gayaram. I am Atma Rama. Evam praticho brahmatvam ityartha. Ajnanasya avastha bijatvam uktam. We read this. Atnantara sadhya na iti darshayati. Tadevaikam tridha jneyam maya beejam punah kramat maya vyatma vikaropi bahudhaiko jalarkavat. Tadevaikam tridha jneyam maya beejam punah kramat maya vyatma vikaropi bahudhaiko jalarkavat. Acharya says, this Maya is also not a small one. It has its own kshetra, vistara. Tad eva ekam maya bijam punah kramat tridha jneyam. Tad eva ekam maya bijam punah kramat tridha jneyam. Punah means you have to understand punah punah. Vipsa. Then second line, mayavi atma avikaropi eko bahudha jalarkavat vikriyate. Avikaro api vikriyate और भाति. मायावी आत्मा अविकारो अपि एको बहुधा jalarkavat bhati. So the first line says Purvardha is tad eva ekam. Tad ajnanam is one, but it is the maya bijam, the seed, tridha, in three ways, punah punah kramat niyam. You should understand it in three ways. Means that karana alone, you call karana shareera, you call maya, call avyakrita, tadhyedam tarhi avyakritam asit, or avyakta, prakriti, whatever shabda you want to give, it appears in three ways. Sthula Sukshma Karana Prapancha, or Sthula Shareera, Sukshma Shareera, Karana Shareera, in all of them. Just like a magician, now in the second line, example is given, Mayavi Atma. This Atma is Mayavi. Atma is the magician. Magician who did not rise or ride on the rope which was thrown up in the sky without any support, it is just thrown. This Mayavi Atma is avikaraha, nirvikaraha. Nirvikaro api ekaha, ekasan, even though it is one, bahudha drishyate jalachandravat. Ekadha bahudha chaiva drishyate jalachandravat. So instead of jalachandra, here it is given jalarka surya pratibimbita. So what is shown is this. Really speaking, there is one Atma. That one Atma appears in Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. Okay, so from 3 I have to go to 1. He says, no, as many jala containers are there, pots are there filled with water, so many pratibimbas will be there. Like that, as many upadhis are there, sthula sukshma shareera. In all of them, one chidabhasa will appear. All of that is ajnana karyam. I have to separate myself from all of them. And know I am that one Atma, but that alone appears as chidabhasa in all. So how I said earlier, I am that one Atma Brahma, which is Sakshi of all Pramatas and Adhishthanam of all Pramatas in this way. And this Mayavi Atma is Avikaraha. Atma is Avikari. Tika we will see in the next session. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.